The San Francisco 49ers are going to kick ass and take names this season, and it all starts with head coach Kyle Shanahan.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Niners Now podcast, coming to you on Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. I am here with my co-host Jess. How you doing, Jess?
I'm doing well. What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
Doing great. Excited to talk some 49er football once again. Oh my goodness. All the stuff that is going on training camp. I wanted to really focus on the defense. I don't know about you, but I think I had enough of quarterback talk for a minute. I want to emphasize on the defense. I want to talk linebackers. Shit, I'll talk about the water boy if I have to stay away from the quarterbacks situation. So let's talk defense. Let's talk Steve Wilks. We're going to talk about whether he can take us all the way or not. What dimension does it bring above DeMeco Ryans? Can he take us over the edge with his skill set of blitzing? Would that be something that would propel us to get where we haven't been able to get so far? Jess, can Steve Wilks take us to the promised land, in your opinion, with this defense?
I think he can. The fact with Robert Saleh and then DeMeco Ryans and now Steve Wilks, I think we just keep getting better and better. And I know I've said that before. And the fact that he's spending some time with Diamador Lenore and Mooney Ward, and he's going to be sitting up in the booth. I think the sky's the limit, and I think we could do it with him for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. I love that video that kind of went viral where you see Mooney Ward working on his steps, on his feet, angles, going backwards, backpedaling with Steve Wilks. Mm-hmm. That's exciting. Yeah, I understand the whole quarterback situation, but these are the things that excite me. They kind of get overlooked because of the whole drama of who's going to be number one, who's going to be number two, and blah, blah, blah. So, before we go any further, let's go ahead. I just wanted the chat to build up, but let's go say hello to our guest tonight. That got big.
Hey, Daniel.
yeah. What's up, Daniel? This is what happens when you use multiple windows. It got big. What's up, Daniel? Welcome to the channel, my friend. We got Don in the house. What's up, Don? Welcome. It says, oops, let's see here. Power. Please don't forget to smash that like button. Yes. Listen to our grow, Don. Do not forget to Debo that like button and wipe your feet and subscribe to the channel. Both channels, the Niners Sickness Podcast and the Niners Now Podcast. And if you're not already part of the East Coast Red and Gold, they are doing phenomenal things over there on Wednesdays. Make sure to follow my girl Jess and her channel. Support it. I believe they're going to have ex-President Clinton on their channel. No, just kidding. I might as well. They've been having a great guest. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But make sure to follow their channel and support them. They would appreciate it very, very much. Says Don says hello to my big brother, Niner Beto and Jess. We got
What's up,
John in
Don?
the house. What's up, John? Says hi,
Hey,
Beto
Don.
and Jess. We got my boy Daniel Cantu in the house. How's it going, Beto and Jess?
Hello.
So, we just finished our 8 training camp today. We're getting closer to the scrimmage game against the Raiders next week. I've been hearing some great things from some rookies defensively. I've been hearing some great things from the kid from Purdue, Jalen. Help me out here. Trying to think of his name.
Graham.
Graham. Yeah, Jalen Graham. I've been hearing some great things from him. Also, the kid from TCU. He's been doing good as well, Winters. So I can't wait to see what these linebackers are going to do, especially now that we lost Aziz. I know we have the front 2 great guys. We have Greenlaw being Greenlaw, doing Greenlaw things. We have Fred Warner, arguably the best middle linebacker in the NFL. Congratulations to him for being top, 15, I believe, in the top 100. Congratulations to him. And I cannot wait. And then I've been hearing some great things about our D-line. What's his name? Dre Jackson has been popping up for what I've been hearing. And then believe it or not, I was just about to mention him. I was going to say, believe it or not, the guy that has been popping every training camp, dominating on the one-on-ones, the 11-on-11s, has been Kinlaw. He looks like, for now, his knee is healthy as it can be. He understands that he needs to make the best out of this camp and this season because it will determine whether he stays here or not. He needs to audition for another team. He needs to show that he can go if he expects another team to even take a look at him. So I expect a great season from him. And the great part of it, Jess, is he doesn't have to be an all-down guy. He can come in and relieve of Hargrave, so that'll give him fresh feet in there. And I'm excited to see what Kinlaw does. I know a lot of people are disappointed in the last few years because of him, his lack of effort. But maybe having Hargrave in here might have put a little bit of fire under Kinlaw's ass.
Yeah, I think so. They actually were doing a 5 D lineman set. I think it was yesterday. So they bumped Javon Kinlaw up to with the first team. And I don't know,
Interesting.
maybe that's something. Yeah, maybe that's something new, and that we're going to see. Who knows? But I'm excited for it. Going back to the linebackers, I'm excited for Marcelino McCrary Ball. Because he seems to be doing really well in camp.
Welcome, Tommy Huxley. I know when Tommy is in the chat because he's always going after a crazy guy. I love it. I love it. What's up, Eric? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the channel, my friend. Welcome. We got El Señor Brandon in La Casa. What's up, Brandon? Beto, I like this
Brandon.
background. I want it. You can't have it. It belongs to Jess. You have to wrestle her for it.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Wrestle for it, sucker. Daniel Burry Sports Highlight says, what's good, everyone? Yo, Tommy Brandon. You forgot the comma, bro. Now I'm going to have to read it all together. Now I think Tommy's the first name, Brandon's the last name. You got to have me pause, buddy. I'm messing with you, bro. I'm just messing with you. Tommy Huxley says, sorry for your loss, young lady. Losing a pet is hard. Absolutely. Who lost a pet? That kind of got by me. Whoever, I'm assuming from the people in the chat, the only female in here is, besides Jess, but she didn't say anything, it has to be Dawn. So Dawn, if you lost a pet, my condolences. I'm a pet lover. I got one. I got her laying right next to me, living the life of a rich dog. Worry free. Wouldn't just not to step away from football, but
It's
wouldn't
okay.
it be nice to just kind of be like not in the sense of carrying fleas or anything, but in the sense of no worries about nothing. Just your master's going to feed you. Your master's going to take you for a walk, and just lay there and sleep, fart, scratch, and eat shit, and worry about nothing else. That's the life, man. Let me tell you, that is the
Yeah,
life.
that is. My
You
dog
got
definitely has the life.
you got pet. You got a dog, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. Jason, what's up, Uso? My Uso brother is here. And
Hey,
he says,
Jason.
Telofa. I can't pronounce that, but I know it means hello.
Talofa.
Telofa? Okay, well, see. That means I can't pronounce it. I just can't read it. Thank you, Jess, for making me look stupid. That's the way to back me up.
I was just helping you out.
Yeah, I know. It's got an itch right here.
Yeah, I got one too.
I know. I saw from the cross from my eye. Says hello, Beto and Jess. How's it? The rest of the nine of faithful. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the channel. Brandon says, "Hey, Jess, you want to go out on a date?" Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say, "How are you?" I misread it. Sorry. Tommy, crazy girl. Losing a pet is very hard. My girl lost her 2 little dogs. Sorry to hear that, man. This is Friday. I don't want to get down too much, man, but it sucks. Losing a pet. Absolutely. No, I lost my dog. Oh, he's calling crazy guy a girl. Freaking Tommy. I'm over here giving my condolences to Don. Don's probably like, I don't even have a pet. You're calling crazy guy a girl. Pinchy Tommy. Let me use my voice. Hold on.
Pinche Tommy, no mames, güey.
So Stu Wilkes comes in and takes over for a D'Amico Ryans. One of the things that I've been noticing in camp, Jess, has been the number of blitzes he has called already. This guy loves to blitz. With the secondary that we have, that D line that we have, and him having that ability to want to blitz more than D'Amico did. And Robert Saleh, out of all of those guys, are the least blitzer guy. He blitzed the least. Then you had D'Amico who blitz a little bit more. But the percentage, I forgot about the percentage on Wilkes, but it's high on his blitzes. Do you like the whole blitz package deal? Or are you kind of a little nervous? Because if they don't get there on time, it does expose the secondary a bit.
I like it and I don't. I like it because, we don't give the quarterback, a lot of time to get rid of the ball, and I don't like it because, like you said, it does expose the secondary, but I think our secondary is going to be fine. Thanks, Bebop. I think our secondary is going to be fine with having Coach Wilkes.
Bebop, real quick. There's a new person in our group by the name of Angel. And I'm not sure if that's you, Bebop, in the group. If it is, cool. If it's not, then my bad. Brian says, what's up, Brian? It says, praying. Brian's always praying. He's praying for our kicker to make the team. We got our first super chat. So let me bring that up here. Thank you to Tommy Huxley with a super chat of $2. He says, no mames, papi. Pinche tú sabes, carnal. Ándale, güey. If you're gonna insult me, do it, spell it right, put it in the right sentence. You know what I mean? 'Cause that way I can get insulted better. But when I have to worry about correcting your Espanol, I don't feel that insulted. Dummy. But I'll take your $2 each and every time. You want to correct me with another $2? Hey, don't let the credit card hit you in the ass. Appreciate you though, Tommy. You're awesome. Sorry for your loss, crazy guy. Yeah, see, it wasn't Frenchy Tommy, man. Javier Rios is in the house. What's up, Javier?
Hello.
Holy crap. What's up, fellas?
Angel.
109 degrees here in South Texas. Oh,
Angel is bebop.
Angel is Bebop? Cool.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking
Nope,
about.
that's the wrong one. Sorry. I meant to say, hell no. 109 degrees. Forget that. Although we hit about 110 and 111 here, but the last couple of days, 85, 84, loving it.
Yeah, that's like here.
Loving it. Hey, Sirius, what's the weather outside? Oh, my watch says 88. Love it. Love it. That's the way to do it. Okay. C4, 9. You blowing somebody up with some C4? I don't know, Bebop. But hey, I thought it was you, but I
Terradome's in the
wasn't sure.
house.
Huh?
Terradome's in the house.
Where is he?
In the chat.
Where else would he be? He's not in my house. Thank you for clarifying that out. He's behind you. He's about to give you a hug. Look, turn around. All right, where is he? Dang, I'm so behind.
Yeah,
Let's
you're a
see.
little slow. There you go.
You know, not everyone can be as professional as Miss Jess, who invites all these top flight, visitors to come on her show. You notice you don't bring nobody here, though? Yeah, I see how it goes. I see.
Here
She
we
don't
go.
like Mexicans that much. What's up, Terradome? Good to see you, my friend. I wouldn't trade Jess for the world. She's amazing. I am so blessed that she decided to accept my invite to co-host with me. I have so much fun getting to know her. She is amazing. She's to the point though, and that's what I love about her. She doesn't bullshit around about anything. She'll tell you. You want to know the truth, whether you like it or not. She'll tell you. And you need to have friends like that. So Jess, you're awesome, man. You are awesome indeed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not too bad yourself.
Oh, see, she has to see. She does that because she feels that she doesn't. She don't want to be the BIT, not responding to that comment that Niner Sickness made. So she's forced to say, you're not too bad.
Yeah, I don't have a choice.
Yeah, but if you see us in the back, no, she's always saying, "Oh, I can't deal with you no more. I don't know why I'm stuck with you. Once the contract is over, I'm out of here." She's waiting for. She don't want to violate that contract. Says how do you both feel about our defense blitzing? Because Oat has its good and bad. Oh, both has its good and bad.
It has its good and bad. Yeah.
To me, honestly, Danielle, it's the timing of the blitz. Obviously, it's the timing of the blitz. I think even though Steve Wilkes loves to blitz, I don't think he's ever had a defensive line like he has here in San Francisco. He had Burns in Carolina, great pass rusher. But you got Nick Bosa. You just brought in Hargrave. Eric Armstead elevates his gaming when you have two great guys. If you don't remember 2019, go and watch them games. When DeForest Buckner was here, that was the best year that Eric Armstead had. And then you have this young kid and Drake Jackson who's looking really, really good in camp. He's going to be able to put pressure on the quarterback just with the front four. And he's going to be able to sprinkle in the blitzes when the quarterback less expected. When you bring in all this pressure for the front four, and then you decide to blitz on a 3rd and 8, oh, I'm going to love it. 3rd and 10, you're going to see that blitz coming. I love it, and I trust that with Hufanga, with number 31. I keep forgetting his name. Our vet safety.
Oh,
What's his
Deshaun Gibson.
Deshaun Gibson? Sorry, Deshaun Gibson. With him being back there, and then you have Ward, and then you have Lenore. This kid Lenore, I'm going to take a minute to really talk about because I don't think he's really has changed a lot of people's mind of how good this kid is going to be. What I saw from him on tape towards the end of the year was very, very impressive. He was able to catch on and pick it up. He started strong last year, kind of went dormant during the middle of the season, and then came on, and then really came on in the preseason. I think this kid is going to continue to be successful on what he started last season, and now adding a coach like Steve Wilkes, who specializes in the secondary, is going to be very beneficial to this kid Lenore. And I expect Lenore to have a freaking all-pro career type of season. So when you blitz, you do take a chance. But when you have a secondary like we do, that's when you want to take that chance. So I'm looking forward to see. I'm looking forward to see when he blitzes, not how many times. I can't wait for that surprise blitz. Now. With that said, no. I was going to ask if he's going to blitz in preseason, but you can't blitz, so never mind. You're not allowed to blitz in preseason, which sucks, right?
Yeah, that does suck. But Diamondor Lenore is definitely going to pick up where he left off last season, for sure. And I think Mooney Ward is he's going to be at an all pro level this year.
Yes. He was very underrated last year, Jess. Very underrated. Of course, there's a lot of great corners out there. You know, you got your Ramses and you got your great corners. So he kind of was a little bit under the radar, which is fine with me personally. But he did some great things for San Francisco. It was his first year under D'Amico, although he's going to be on a new year under Wilkes, but I think he's comfortable here in San Francisco. I expect big things from Moody Ward as well. And then Tiggs. Tiggs going to be added in there. I can't wait to see Tig play. I think Tiggs going to be a great complement to this secondary. How excited are you, Jess, about Tiggs?
I'm very excited. I was definitely, before training camp started, he was the one that I was definitely looking forward to hearing the most about. And unfortunately, everything's just been overshadowed by the quarterbacks. But I think he's having a great camp, and I can't stress this enough that the sky's the limit with him. This defense, Coach Wilkes. I'm very excited to see our defense out there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Tiggs.
Thank
For
you,
those that don't know
Mario.
who that is Jair Brown. They call him Tiggs there in the secondary. So Tiggs is Jair Brown. So I'm excited. They're going to go a lot of sets of three safeties, especially now that Jair Brown. Aziz is not here. I think they're going to go a set of three safeties. I can't wait to see that take place. I think this kid is special. I've been hearing he's a ball hawk. He's everywhere where the ball is at. He did it in high school. That translated to college at Penn State. And now I feel that's going to translate to the pros.
He had 10 interceptions at Penn State.
That's a record. I think it was last year's record too. Most interceptions by a safety. So this kid definitely has a nose for the ball. And we've been saying last year, at least I have, man, I want a ball hawk. I like what Gibson did, but a lot of the balls kind of fell his way. I'll still take them, but I want a ball hawk. I want somebody to be wherever the ball's at. I want him to be there. And this kid, Tiggs, he's a ball hawk, man. So I'm excited. I'm not trying to get rid of Gibson. I think what Gibson did last year was phenomenal. I hope that he has another great year This way, Tiggs is not pressure to kind of come in right away. He'll be able to take one game at a time, you know, build on the good things he does, and then work on the not so good things that he does this year. And he has that privilege to do that because we have Gibson back there. So I think Gibson's going to take a role of not only the starting safety, but a coach on the field. And I think that Tiggs is in a great situation being here, being mentored by a great vet like Gibson.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
And Terror Dome is following up on what I said earlier. Jess is incredible. Hello, my friend. Beto and Jess, love you both. Love you too, brother. Blessings to you and your family, my friend. You're right. What's up, Brian Cope? Trophy yellow smiling. Don't you mean GF instead of wife or girlfriend? Because I'm only 15. Yeah, he's only 15, Tommy, so be careful, dude. I seen his dad. He's like 2 inches. He'll beat you up. Javier Rio says, Beto, let's talk about a plan to get... Oh, my God, Javier. Stop it.
Nope.
Stop it. Where is that one? Oh, my God.
Incorrect answer.
Incorrect answer. We did not want Jimmy. We moved on. We got the better improved Jimmy. Yeah, where is that one? There you go. No punches, pull. Great lady. Yeah, she tells you the way it is, man. She smiles with the best of them. Don't piss her off. I made that mistake. Oh, man, you're 15. I'll quit picking on you, crazy guy.
Wow, you are way up in those comments.
Well, jump in there and help out.
There's no way I can. There's
Yeah,
no way
you
I
can. I
help out.
gave you privilege.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, you didn't.
I trust you. You're white. I wouldn't trust Pterodon. He's not white.
You did not give me anything.
Man. Isn't it? You got to love white people. They always want to take control of everything.
Shut
okay.
up.
See how
your head, all right?
See how she is? She doesn't trust the Mexican to run the ship. Hey, me and my lowrider, we're doing fine over here. But I am behind. Holy cow. All right, so as I'm catching up with the chat, Miss, let's be in control over here, Jess. I want to hear about your more which guy are you looking at on defense from the front four, other than Bosa, to really step up and help out this defense?
Ooh, I'm gonna go Javon Hargrave.
All right, why him?
You know, being what he did with the Eagles last year, and then him coming over to us. I haven't heard enough of, really haven't heard about him in camp. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him out there once regular season rolls around, because I think he's going to just light up the backfield. Have you heard about him at all in camp?
No, I haven't. I'm pretty sure I have, but I just doesn't come to mind. But you've been hearing a lot of good stuff?
I haven't really heard enough. I mean, everyone's been talking about the quarterbacks, or no, I haven't even heard.
I'm pretty sure it has come out, but it's come out. Jay Jackson, I've heard enough from him to be positive, but everything is being overwhelmed and covered by the quarterbacks. It's like everybody's plugged in to know, and I wonder what Kyle thinks. Like, look at these bunch of tontos sitting there trying to figure out who's the starting quarterback is, and he's sitting there like, I'm the one that gets paid. I'm the one that's going to make that decision. And it's funny how people want to become a head coach from their couch, and they know better than Kyle. They will do things different than Kyle, but they're sitting at home.
What I think is funny is that the beat writers know the situation with the quarterbacks and who's quarterback number one, but it's the content creators that don't seem to understand the fact that QB1 is already set.
Yeah, listen, I'm a big guy. I love, no pun intended, but I'm a big guy on the quarterback situation. And I love Trey. I really, really do. I want him to be successful.
I do too.
When I'm hearing all these positive things about him, and I'm hearing about that he's more accurate, he's getting the ball out faster, whatever positivity coming out of training camp about Trey, I welcome. I really, really do. But let's keep it real for a minute. As good as Trey may look or do in camp, he's not going to do enough to unseat Brock Purdy, what he did in regular games. People don't understand how vital and important it is when you play in actual games and win. When you can command the huddle the way that Kyle wants you to, when you can run the ship the way Kyle wants you to, and you win two playoff games, there's trust with Purdy there with Kyle. I'm not saying that Trey cannot do that eventually. I'm not saying Trey won't be a good quarterback. Trey most likely will be a successful quarterback, but there's nothing he can do, him or Sam Darnold, that really can unseat Brock from starting, other than Brock not being himself or maybe dealing with the elbow injury still, if it's affected him, or he gets hurt in a game. Knock on wood, it doesn't happen. And then if Trey comes in, then he can demonstrate within a game or two what he's about. But let's keep it real. I'm excited about Trey. I really am. And I know it sounds like I'm a hater. It sounds like, no, you don't. You love Brock and you can believe what you wish. I love Trey. I want Trey to be successful. But I know football enough to understand that what Brock did last year is hard to unseen. And Kyle feels comfortable with Brock. Now, if Brock starts the season just like Doc's poo-poo and start throwing a bunch of interceptions, then I can see Kyle pulling his ass off and putting in Trey. But nothing that Brock does or doesn't do in training camp is going to change the status of QB1. I know I hear people left and right just, well, if Trey does really good in camp and he plays good in preseason, he should be able to compete with Brock. And my answer to that, Jess, and I want to get your point on it, it doesn't matter what Trey does for the point of taking the spot of Brock. It doesn't matter what he does. It does matter in a sense where we know he's growing and he's getting better, and that's good to know. But in your eyes, Jess, is there anything that Brock or Sam can do in training camp to take away that QB1 from Brock?
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. This is pretty much a competition for QB2 at this point. I like Trey Lance. I really do. I also like Brock Purdy. And I just think that whatever Trey does, in camp and preseason, if he lights it up, he just solidifies the QB2 spot. At the end of the day, the NFL is a business, and the Niners, the organization, they're going to go with, the best possible hand. And right now that's Brock Purdy.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to the show, David Corona. Welcome, brother. Good to
Hey,
see
David.
you. And that's just the reality. You said it. You hit the nail on the head. It is a business, and people don't kind of get away from it a little bit. We get very passionate. We get into a really in our feelings, and we're like, I like this quarterback, and you should give him a try because I like him. I like Trey. I want Trey to be successful. But you're right. They are competing. Trey's competing for the number 2 spot with Sam Donald. So if Trey does good and he continues to grow in training camp and he does very well in preseason, that only is going to reassure him that he wins the number 2 spot. It will not touch Brock Purdy. And whether you guys believe it or don't want to believe or like it or not, Brock Purdy is QB1 based on what he done last year. Now, do I have a preference? I don't. I like them all. I even like Sam Darnold. Even if Sam Darnold hasn't had the career to this point that is highly because of all the interceptions and whatever his situation, I do believe in second chances. Whatever player gives this team the best opportunity to win, I am supporting 100%. If it's Trey Lance is named the QB1, I am behind Trey Lance 100%. If Brock is QB1, I am behind him 100%. Shoot, if Sam Darnold is named QB1, I am 100% behind Sam Darnold. I'm not going to hate Sam Darnold for getting the job just because I like Brock or I like Trey. I trust in Kyle. I know some of us don't like Kyle right now. Some of us have our personal opinion about Kyle, what Kyle's doing, the way he's like today's, according to a lot of the reporters, the way that he ran the quarterbacks today, a lot of people are pretty pissed off about. But they forget, Jess, who is the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers? Who's the quarterback? Who is the coach of the San Francisco 49ers? And who's the coach from 6 years ago has taken us to 3 NFC championships out of 4 and 1 Super Bowl appearance? It's Kyle Shanahan. We got to continue to trust the process and kind of get out of our feelings, out of our emotions. I know some of you really, really love Trey. Probably more than I do. And that's okay. I am not bashing on any one of you. Support your guy. Back him up. But also live in reality with it. Love your guy. Support your guy. Listen, I love Joe Montana and Steve Young. But no matter how much I want Steve Young to play again, guess what? He's not going to play. No matter how much I want him to play. His playing time is over. Support whoever is back there. Love your guy. Buy his jersey. Buy his picture. Whatever it is. 100% agree with you on that. But live in reality where it might not be the guy that you covet at quarterback. It might be someone else. Are you prepared to support the team over your personal preference at quarterback? I know you are, right, Jess?
Yeah, it's about the logo. It's about the SF on the helmet for me. I mean, my favorite player is George Kittle, but it's the San Francisco 49ers first.
Absolutely. You support, again, as a fan. The beautiful thing about being a fan is that you love players, you support certain players, and you have she don't have the angle right now where she's at, but normally when she has a different angle, she has Kittle, a cut-up board of Kittle behind her. Why? Because she likes Kittle. She supports Kittle. And as long as Kittle's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and he's an asset to the team, there's more for Jess to root about. Not only is she able to root for her guy, but she's able to root for him because he's being and helping the team. But there's going to be a time where whether he gets traded or we move on, And that's going to be way, way, way further than much sooner. But that time will come. And guess what? I'm pretty sure Jess will still be a Niner fan and not follow Kittle. Well, now let me ask you: would you support him on another team though, and want him to be successful?
Yeah, I would want him to be successful. But like I said, it's, the San Francisco 49ers first. But
So if he's
not
playing
going
against your
anywhere.
defense, you're going for your defense.
Right. But he's not going anywhere. So
Okay, that's
next
just like
topic.
that's just like me saying I want Steve Young back. Okay, I got today Brock 12 out of 17, 70%. That's the completion against the Earth's best defense. He has been practicing with the ones entirely. I believe Trey, what he did today, he pretty much worked with the threes, right? See, out of 70% versus the second. Okay. Or Sam Donald versus the second in threes. Okay. So this is the whole thing about training camp. This is why the numbers really don't matter in camp, because the comparisons are not fair. You have Brock facing the best defense in the NFL. Then you got Sam Donald or Trey facing backups. And how are you going to sit there and measure the same standard for Trey or Sam towards Brock? While Brock had an interception, Sam Donald didn't. Well, was Sam Donald throwing against Ward? Was he throwing against Lenore? Or was he throwing against a third or fourth corner?
He was probably throwing against Ambry Thomas.
Yeah. So, and again, this is not me putting Trey down by any means. I'm just stating that let games define who the quarterback, how good the quarterback is, and allow our coaches to make that determination based on what they know of the player and what they've seen. These numbers, I mean, they're nice. Numbers are nice to keep track of things, but I want to see their foot motion. I want to see the release. I want to see what they do under pressure. How do they escape it? How do they react? Those are the things, those tangibles that I want to see, and not so much just numbers. You know what I mean? Because you can throw a 2-yard to an open player and your percentage is going to be high. But are you throwing the needle? Are you putting it between two defenders? Those are the things that numbers don't tell you. And sometimes an interception can be a tip ball that normally wouldn't happen in a regular game. And that's another thing. In training camp, they try things out that they normally don't do in regular games, Jess. They're trying to figure some things, some gadgets out, right? So the quarterbacks are going to take more chances on training camp than they will in a regular game. Why? Because it doesn't mean anything. Just like quarterbacks take more chances in preseason. And regular games is different. So you can't put too much stake in, well, Trey did better than Brock. Was Trey facing the number ones? Now, the only way I can sit there and say, okay, all three quarterbacks went against the same defense, the same amount of guys on defense, then come and talk to me about percentages. Because now I know that Brock, Trey, and Sam went after the same defensive players. Then I'll hear it. But when you start putting on second string, third strings in there, it's not fair to compare, at least not for me.
I agree.
I'm just going to let you guys know, okay? If you guys think that I just talk too much, I try not to. But my beautiful co-host over here, I try to give it to her and she just, nope, not much. Nope. She's short to the point. And
short and sweet and to the point.
yeah, and I'm not putting her on the bus, but I just want to give reference to if you see me talking more than her, it's not that I'm an asshole because I'm a guy not giving her a chance. I know where she's at, and so I step in. So just to make clear, because I know somebody gave me a reference, not today, and I won't mention who, but somebody's like, man, when are you going to let Just talk? And I'm like,
Don't you know what? Don't worry. I would actually say something. So
Yeah, if she has something to say, she'll say it. So that is that. But Terradome says it's like counting reps on the bench press. One is lifting 225, 15 reps. The other two have 20 reps, but we're lifting 220. Exactly. There is a difference. Logical. There is a logical difference.
you can't be logic, Pterodome. You can't be logic because nobody understands logic.
Yeah, no
Can't.
shit. Or if they do, they don't want to accept it.
Yeah, that's true.
They're just blind. People want to see what they want to see. That's the bottom line. You know, people want to, people go eat 2 burgers and walk for 2 minutes and expect to lose 10 pounds. Yeah, that shit ain't happening. Good try, though. Crazy guy talking amongst each other. That's way too much to read about a PlayStation or something. She's a woman of a few words and a lot of action. Ooh. Andale. Andale. What's up, my brother from another mother? We got Luis Moreno in La Casa. What's up, brother? So, our front four, Nick Bosa hasn't signed that contract yet. I'm not worried. I know a lot of you guys, I've been reading on Twitter, Nick Bosa this, oh my God, what happens? He's not getting traded. They're playing a cat and mouse game. They're trying to see who bends first. But I understand and believe that the Niners know what they have in Bosa. They're not going to let him walk. They're going to fight him tooth and nail as much as they can. They're going to try to stick to their guns as much as they can. They're going to play chicken the best that they can. But at the end of the day, if there's no wiggle room, I really believe Bosa will be signed. Now, is he missing enough time? I know Bosa has been injury prone in the past, or not injury prone, but has gotten hurt in the past. So I do want him in training camp being part of out there. But we know how Bosa keeps fit. And remember, the Niners ain't talking to Bosa. They're talking to his agent. Bosa's training. Bosa's working out.
I will say this. Thank you, Dawn. It's actually it's custom made and it's part of my tattoo that I have on my arm. So I wanted that on my wall. You're right there, Beto.
Yeah, I'm just you got a tattoo that says East Coast Red and Gold?
No, it's the 49ers sign. The flowers around it.
Oh, that's even worse. You got a tattoo with flowers on it?
Yes.
I would have went with the Eastern Coast. But I'm a guy. Oh, shit. I keep forgetting my back went out. I have a sciatic nerve, man, and it's when it pinches.
See, that's what happens. That's what happens when you start laughing.
Yes, don't make me laugh.
It's karma.
Oh, wow.
I'm kidding.
I would not want to be married to you, girl.
I think
goodness.
the numbers are done with Nick Bosa. I think the contract is done. I think he's going to sign this coming week. I believe he needs about 3 or 4 padded practices, along with a preseason game, and then he'll be ready to go. And
yeah.
Larry Krueger shared a similar sentiment on my show on Wednesday. So
by the way,
believe that.
If you guys want to catch up with that show and watch it, the replay, it's Larry Krueger and Jack Hammer were both on her show, and it was Jess, Maddie, TY, and Beck were on there. Great hosting those two guys, and it was a great show. I didn't get to watch it all because I had it prepared for mine, but I watched a lot of it, and they brought it. They brought it. Larry Krueger, and I know a lot of people have their own preference on who they want to listen to. Some people love, I'm not going to mention names, but they love certain credential media to listen to, and that's okay. That's okay, man. Well, I'll just say this. don't be harsh on those that don't listen to the same content creator that you do. Don't be harsh on those that don't listen to the same credential beat writer that you do. Stick to your guns. Listen to the guy you like or her or the girl you like and support them. But just because me or Jess or myself may not agree or listen to that individual, or we listen to someone else and you don't agree, it doesn't make me stupid. It doesn't. It just makes me different. And it's okay to be different. It's okay. I listen to the guys that I like to listen to. Why? Because I like their input. And I'm pretty sure you listen to the guy you listen to because you like their input.
I do. And Larry and Jack are actually two of my favorites.
Same here.
So
Same here.
I was super psyched to have them on.
I was watching Jack earlier. He was covering the team after training camp, and I wrote on there, "Hey, buddy, you're one of my favorites," and I was honest. I like Jack Hammer. I know that he might not be a favorite of everyone, but it's really, is it that he's not good, or is it because he's not spilling the whatever you guys want to hear, that he's talking about something different, that you might want to hear, so automatically he's a stupid, no good reporter, and that's not true. That is far as from, listen, you don't get where you're at if you're stupid. You don't get where you're at doing what you're doing if you're not good. I give credit to all reporters. I give credit to all content creators. Listen, to each his own. This is, again, I use food as a knowledge. I'm a big boy. I like to eat. I look at it as a buffet restaurant. You go in there, you look around, and you pick and choose what you want to eat. And what you don't want to eat, just leave it there. But have you ever been to a buffet restaurant?
Yes.
Have you ever seen somebody throw away in the garbage the food that they don't like? Or do they just walk by and leave it alone?
They walk by and leave it alone.
Why don't they just throw it away in the garbage?
Because they don't.
Because they don't. Because the common thing is to do just to walk by. But this is how I feel the Niner fans are. They don't just walk by. They want to throw it in the garbage. And you shouldn't. You just get what you want and walk by the one you don't like, right? And it's like, and when I'm referencing that to calling somebody stupid because they're not spinning the same narrative that you want to hear or the way you want to hear it. If somebody says that Brock Purdy's ahead of Trey, he's stupid if you're a Trey fan. But if that same person said Trey's the guy, forget Brock, and then he's one of your favorite listeners too. You can't have it both ways, man. It's just, I don't know. I think it's just crazy.
You're not gonna get BS with Hammer and Krug either. They tell it how it is, whether you like it or not.
Appreciate that, Terradome. Yeah, Larry will tell you the way he sees it, and again, this is the way, and he says the way I see it. Doesn't mean he sees everything correctly, but he's only spinning what he sees. And I want to hear what he saw because I'm not there. Someone that doesn't have credentials, someone that doesn't go there, I want to be able to close my eyes, listen to Larry or whoever, and see myself seeing through their eyes, watching. Right. I don't want someone that's going to give me their perspective of it. Well, this is what I think should have happened. I don't want to hear what you should think should have happened. I want to hear what actually happened. And the fact that, and the reason why I say this, because I won't mention names again, but two different people that cover the Niners, both were there today. One of them said all quarterbacks were no good. Another one said that all three quarterbacks were good. How can two different people be at the same place and come up with two different outtakes?
It's amazing.
Apparently, one of them is adding a little bit more to their statement than what it should be, right? Because how can, so this is me. If I'm using Jessie as an example, Jessie says she reports the Niners and she says that the quarterbacks look terrible. But then you got Maddie, Ty, and Beck also reporting the Niners, and all three of them said they weren't great, but they were pretty good. Well, guess who I'm going to be listening to more? Because if you got three different people kind of walking in the same vicinity, then I'll tend to listen to that or accept that according. And if Jess is over here spinning her own narrative, I'm like, okay, well, so choose wisely who you hear. Because one thing I've been hearing, Jess, is people are fighting with one another, and neither one of those two people that are fighting with one another have been into camp. They're just going based on what they hear. So one is defending one credential guy, the other one is defending another one, and they're going at it based on what the two other guys said. And it's like, are you really fighting about something you didn't even see for yourself? I mean, I don't know about you, Jess, but that's like, I'll be honest with you. I try to stay off Twitter for the most part because it can be pretty toxic. And I hate to see it because we're all family. We all should be, it's almost like that word faithful. It's like I want to remove it from the equation, right? It's like, can we really say that with pride? The faithful? Because lately it doesn't sound anything but the faithful. It sounds like, what would be another word for it, Jess, other than faithful? What you've been hearing lately with the Niner fans?
Oh, I don't know. I just think, people just need to let everything play out and just enjoy this season. And on that note, I actually do have a question for you, Beto. Next week we start Thursday. We start practicing with the Raiders. We're out in Vegas,
Yes.
and because our first preseason game is against the Raiders. What are you looking forward to most with them practicing against the Raiders?
I wanted Fred Warner to get up 3 interceptions from Jimmy G. The Niners, the Niners, by the way, they fly out to Vegas on Tuesday.
Yes,
they'll be boarding on Tuesday.
Our first practice is Thursday.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing the Niners go against another team that is not the Niners. Obviously, first and foremost, I want to see Lenore go against Devontae Adams. I want to see what Ward looks like against Devontae Adams. I want to see our safeties, particularly like Tiggs. How is he going to handle their running back? Certain skill sets that I want to see. I said this, and I always will say it. Since they started to do scrimmages, you can tell more by a scrimmage practice than you can ever tell from a preseason. They're going to do things in those 2 scrimmages they're going to have than they'll ever do in preseason. So whatever reports you hear from the beat writers talking about the 2 games they're going to scrimmage with the Raiders, listen to that. Even if you see different in preseason. Preseason is deceiving. It is. A player can look good and play like shit in the regular season. But a player can look like crap and play good. And so I would challenge to listen to the scrimmage. So scrimmaging against the Raiders is going to be fun because I want to see how they handle the whole Jimmy being on the other side. Imagine hearing Greenlaw intercepted Jimmy Garoppolo 5 times. That'll be funny. So I'm looking forward, but the most and foremost is them going against a different uniform and pads and kind of just have fun. I think this is when the Niners will have the most fun. It's going against a different team than going against each other.
Yeah, I think it's definitely good that, finally they're getting to go against another team. I know they're psyched for it. And I'm just looking forward to that, that defense, playing against Jimmy G, and, we'll see what we get.
Exactly. So I'm excited. So they go on Tuesday. Their first practice is on Thursday. I believe it's Thursday and Friday. They'll have Saturday off, and then they play on Sunday. against the Raiders. And again, focus more on the scrimmage games. It's irrelevant who wins the Now, as a fan, you want to just win them all. You want to beat the Raiders no matter what in preseason. But listen, if we have no sacks in preseason and we lose by 7, but I've been hearing coming out of the scrimmages that the Niners have been killing it. They've been all over Jimmy. They've been sacking the crap out of him. That's what I want to hear. You know what I mean? I don't care about preseason, so don't fall too much to the preseason game. Pay attention to what the beat writers write about that scrimmage games happening on Thursday and on Friday. And then next Friday, we should be able to come at you and tell you what has taken place with the Los Angeles Raiders. And we'll have more to talk about here on the Niners Now podcast. Before we call it a night, is there anything happening on your channel that you want to promote there, Jess?
Well, I will say definitely tune into us next Friday because we're going to be talking about the Niners and the Raiders for sure. But as far as the East Coast Red and Gold podcast, we're going to be coming to you on Thursday next week because we want to tackle that first practice between the Niners and the Raiders. So that's next Thursday. And it's same time, 8:00 p.m. Eastern, 5:00 p.m. Pacific. And check us out. And don't forget to be back here on Friday.
Yes. Make sure to check us out for sure. And then on Wednesdays, me and my boy Pete from Niners Fanatic Podcast, we have our channel. We have our thing going on my channel and on his channel on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. Come and hang out with us as we talk football in the middle of the week. Until then, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Have a wonderful evening. Have an awesome weekend. And enjoy your loved ones, your family. Be kind to one another. And always remain faithful. Until then, we are gone. We are out of here. Where are my numbers? There they are.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.